I'm sending you this video to help you get started on the online course for the summer. The first thing you'd have to do is log into your MySCCC like you ordinarily would to either register or check your grades or even check your email. And once you've logged in, what you want to do is scroll across to Online D2L, and that's what this site is going to be called. So anytime I refer to D2L during the semester, this is a site that I mean. Okay, so once you click on this, you'll have the link to where it lets you log into the actual virtual campus website, and I'm just going to open this in a new tab to keep it a bit neater. And once you're logged in, you have to actually search for the course. Now, I've taught several online classes here, so I have a big list of classes to choose from, but if you don't see the class on here, the only thing you have to do is type in the class number to bring the class up. So as you can see, I have several courses that I've been teaching, so it's going to show me all of these, but it should take you straight into the course if you haven't taken an online 131 class before. Now, once you get to the D2L site, this is going to be the main component of where you're going to get the information for the course. The first thing you have is the first announcement, and this announcement pretty much tells you everything about how the grade is going to be distributed, and how there's deadlines. If it's not met, you'll be penalized by 30% and so on. And one of the things that I want to show you when it comes to the grading is that there are 3 different components to this. You have a graded homework, which is going to be done in my math lab, and I'll show you what that is in a bit. You have exams, which are also done in my math lab, and written assignments, which are done here on D2L. You have to do all 3 of those things. Please don't get into the rut of only going to my math lab every week, because I have students who have not come into this site and checked it as they should have, and because they haven't done any of the written assignments, their A went down to a C+. So please make sure that you do all assignments that are required of you. Okay, so once you log into here and read all of this good stuff, the important place that you're going to want to go to every week is the Content tab. So this is where I give you instructions on what to do, what your assignment is for the week, and whether or not you also have any written assignments. It's also going to be the place where you have to start in order to register for the ebooks that we're going to use and for the online software where we do our homework. So you'll see that there's a whole list of everything we're going to be doing this semester, and you want to start at the Getting Started tab. In fact, what I can do really quick, let me see if I can just set this up. I just realized it might be easier, it might look a little bit better for you if I try to enter this as a student. That way it looks like what you see. Okay, here we go. So now let me go to Content to show you what it's going to look like. And this is what you're going to be seeing. Now you want to get started by clicking on Textbook, because this is what shows you what you're going to need to register for the course. So under the Getting Started, clicking on Textbook, you see that you're going to need access to my math lab, and you can go to Pearson My Lab in order to use the ebook and to also get all the homework that you'll need. And you'll have to purchase a student access card from either my Pearson itself or from the bookstore. Now, I do want you to be very careful if you purchase an access code online that's not through Pearson itself or through the bookstore, because last semester about 2/3 of the students, about 2/3 of my students who purchased it online, they had access codes that didn't work. So just make sure you either purchase it from the publisher or from the bookstore. So you'll need the course ID, which you see here, in order to register. Some of you have already emailed me asking for it, and that's where it is. And you also have videos here that you can watch to help you register. Now, the other thing that you're going to want to take a look at is you could take a look at this link that says using the ebook. Now, I recorded this last summer, so it might have the date written a bit differently, but everything else about it is going to be pretty much the same. There's also a weekly topic outline that you're going to be looking at, and this gives you an idea of everything that you're going to be covering this semester. There'll be written assignments, tests, and so on, so everything is pretty much summarized here for you. So this is where you want to get started. You want to go into D2L and try to take a look at all of these things here. Now, if you do have a written assignment, you're going to be submitting them through the Dropbox, which you see here. And once it's open, you pretty much just open it up and it shows you, it's kind of like the same way that you attach any file to an email. It basically just tells you to add a file, upload it, it looks for wherever you have it on your computer, and so on. So it's pretty easy. The other thing that I have on here, if you'd like to take a look at it or if you'd like to use it, is the Discussions tab. And here's where you can post any questions for me to answer or even for you to share ideas with each other. Any of these will be easy to submit and to share ideas or ask questions, just like I said earlier. So this is where I'd like for you to get started. I'd like for you to go to D2L, get access to my math lab, and then you can start working on your first assignment. Let me just go on to here real quick. I actually have an assignment that's already on there for you if you want to get started, if you play around with this. I believe I have an orientation that's on there that you can take a look at. Yeah, that one you can already get started. So it's just a homework that shows you how to use the program itself and how to input all of the answers that you'll need. And it's pretty straightforward. So if you have any questions, just send me an email and I'll be sure to answer it as soon as possible. Just make sure that you send it to my regular email and not the email that's here through D2L, because it's a bit harder for me to respond from here. I'll respond quicker if you email me at darini@suny-suffolk.edu.